Finally, you have arrived. Oh, I've been waiting for you since what? Day one when I start collecting Joytoy Warhammer figures. Here you are finally. My army needs a leader. A strong leader. A famous leader. The one. Before I open the box, let's tell you what is my expectation. To be honest, I don't have a very high expectation on this figure because somehow the bulky appearance tells me that the articulation probably not great, and in terms of details, I have a very high expectation on this figure for sure, because this is Marneus Calgar. I always open the box at the bottom instead of the top because, if something goes wrong, if I tear the box by accident, it doesn't look as bad. So I usually open it at the bottom. Need to be very careful. Don't want to break the box. Be very careful. I don't like this. Hold on. Bloody hell. There it is. Alright. 3. Scared the hell out of me. I thought that the foot is broken, but actually it is a very loose joint, that's why. Oh my god. My first take of the figure, pretty much as I expected. Bit tricky to make it stand actually. If I move the body back, so I stand back a bit, just trying to make it straight so that the center of gravity moves forward a little bit in order to stand. Okay. No, a little bit more. There it is. Oh no, it's not. Okay, there it is. So please enjoy the next 30 seconds on the details, and I will come back to you and tell you what I think. In terms of details, well, it's okay. I think the eagle head is a bit dull. The details aren't very sophisticated or very deep. And there is a very strong mold line in the middle of the eagle as well, which is quite obvious. It's not very good. In terms of shadowing and weathering, I don't think the brown wash is very strong, so the contrasts aren't very strong. The insignia on the arm is okay, ordinary again. Bit of white leftover paint on the arm as well. I'm not too sure why. It seems like the details aren't sharp, not as sharp as the blade guard. If you look at this blade guard, right, 1.0, details are very sharp. It's very well defined. The edges, everything, right? Especially the eagle head, which I mentioned before. Not sharp at all. Not too sure why. Because as I know of by watching other YouTube videos, apparently they made it in different factories. So one factory may be making this, and the other factory may be making this. That's why the quality is different to different figures. I think the best quality still today, as in, is 1.0 blade guard. The 2.0 blade guard is not as good as I know of by watching other videos. Yeah. And let's see the bottom part of it. That one's okay. Bit of leftover glue marks as well on the pelvet, but it's hidden, which is good. The white paint is okay, but you can see that it doesn't fully cover the blue color. They have that plastic in blue in original color, and then they put the white and the gold on it afterwards, right? I don't know whether hand painted or whatever, but it doesn't look like hand painted to me, for the white color at least. But you can see it doesn't fully cover the blue color. Apparently the backpack can be pulled out, so I pull out to show you. The cape can be pulled out as well, so you can get rid of the cape if I don't want it, which is good as well for me. So I could make my own custom cape later on and put it in there. But I mean, I expect that if you're able to pull out the backpack, at least the gun can be pulled off as well. But apparently you cannot. Oh my god. How come Joytoy doesn't allow that to happen? I wish you can pull it off, so I could actually make a diorama putting him sitting on his chair, with the two guards next to him. But every time I got really annoyed by this kind of design. Why you allow this and not that happening, right? Anyway, I complained that many times in my previous videos. Give us a choice that we can pull it off. Otherwise, this can be a better figure. Soft plastic connectors and pipes. This is okay. The guns looks okay. Backpack looks okay, except the eagle head. I don't like the eagle head. Interesting molding for the bullets as well. Looks like they are coming out, so they're in action. That's good. Good design. But where's the other side? Now apparently you don't have the other side, which is a little bit weird. If you give us one side, why not give us the other side? You can even give us as an accessory, so we can just put it in there. Anyway, I can make it myself. Alright, let's have a look at the head. As usual, great sculpting by Joytoy. It seems like the face is a little bit shiny, and I think it would be great if the lens is painted with a bit of kind of like reflection effect instead of a big red dot. And for the hair, sculpting is okay. It is black color with white dry brush on top of it. I think that was how it was done in the factory. Now let's put the head on the figure. Wow, it's actually very easy to put on as compared to the previous figures, and see if I can pull it out easily. Oh yes, you can pull it out easily. Alright, let's try the helmet. I think it is easy to put it on for sure. Yep, you just push it in there. Let's see if you can pull it out easily. Oh, pretty good as well. So it's actually easier to take the heads off or to exchange the head, which is very, very good. So I think this is a huge improvement by Joytoy. So this is very good. I'm very happy with this. Alright, let's look at the articulation. Alright, the head can turn really well. Oh, it can turn 360 degrees. It can look up, look down a bit. That's not too bad. And tilt sideways. Oh, pretty good. you got more space in the head area, definitely you can do whatever you want. You know, you can look up further, I believe. Or not really, you cannot really look up, but you definitely can look down a bit. You can pull the insignia away. It is on a square shape peg. Yep. So it's not, so don't twist it, don't turn it. It doesn't turn. This is the 2.0 design. I really don't like this shoulder pad design on a soft plastic strap that hold on by the joint, and it's pretty loose. Look at it. This is actually very loose. I don't like this design. I prefer the old 1.0 design. Anyway, this has the pivot joint, so the hand can really move forward. So that is a pivot joint. It's good, so that it can move close to the body. But the problem with 2.0 design is the hand, it cannot actually swing out too much. So why don't the pivot joint turn the other way around, the opposite direction, so that it can actually open up much more. Anyway, could be a good idea. And bicep, rotation, and also we have this is actually a single elbow joint, but it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't need double joint because it's so bulky anyway. So I don't think a double joint can help. So it doesn't really turn more other than 90 degrees. So that's pretty okay to me. I'm okay with it. The thing I don't really like is, as I said before, you cannot pull this thing off. If you can pull this thing off and pull the backpack off, that'll be really, really good. So you have the flexibility to do something more regarding this figure, right? Compared to the aggressors, and the mid-torso joint is kind of loose, so that every time it stands, the body kind of tends to fall backwards. This one is pretty good. It's actually very stiff, so which is really good. So it doesn't really fall backwards despite the weight of the backpack. Yep. And we have a rather loose. It's okay, but I find it a bit loose. The ball joint at the waist. So it's okay. You can turn 360 degrees, pretty good, and you can do reasonable ab crunch. Oh, so don't push it forward too much, otherwise it comes off. So that's how it looks like, the ball joint. We have a side armor on the belt, and apparently if I just move it up a little bit, okay, I'll move it 300 degrees up, whether it would block the legs, right? But if you look at the legs, right, the side movement is limited, so it doesn't really block by this panel. So it's actually the same. It doesn't make a difference. So yeah, and the legs, not bad. You can kick up high, even though I know you actually kick up that way, sideways. But look, it's good. If you do that, see, it looks like it is kicking forward. So it doesn't look like it is kicking sideways. That's pretty good. That's better than expected. And let's have a look at a knee joint. So it is a double hinge knees, and it can turn, depends on how much you turn. You can either turn 90 degrees, actually more than 90 degrees, or just like that, or depends on how you play with it, right? It can't go quite far. Oh my god, look at that. That's pretty good. Very good. So, wow, it's better than expected. And lastly, the ball hinge ankles. It's actually not too bad. It's okay. I wish it can actually move downward a little bit more like that. But there is no toe joint. But of course, the aggressor doesn't have a toe joint anyway, so that's okay. Because of the weight of the figure, you probably don't need toe joint anyway. But I know previously the captain, I forgot his name, but the captain actually have a toe joint. Same armor, similar, but it has a toe joint. But of course, the additional details on the toe probably restricted from having another joint anyway. It's really thick. And also, as you saw in my unboxing video, right? The left foot is very loose. So if I actually bend a little bit more, you see it comes up very easily. Not too happy with this. Unfortunately, due to the nature of the design and the fist is one single mold, so you cannot do anything more. But if a swivel joint can be provided at this location, would be really good. So if you put it up there, you can actually rotate the hand like this or like that. That would be really cool. Imagine if it actually shoot like that, just like that, right? Looks so damn cool, isn't it? But unfortunately it doesn't. So you have to either put it this way, twist like that. Let's have a look at the gallery. Please enjoy. In general, the details are okay, but not as good as I expected. Well, obviously this figure is a very special character. It is the leader of Ultramarines. So if you collect the Ultramarines army, you have to get it. Like, you cannot not get it. So in the conclusion, I am happy with this figure. I won't say I'm very happy, but I'll give it a say 8 out of 10. It is bulky, but the articulation is pretty good. But I wish the gun and the backpack can be, taken off completely, so that you got more visibility to play with the figure. So this is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will speak to you next time. Bye for now.